It's been a big weekend. BlizzCon was on this weekend. Probably one of the most iconic conventions ever to exist inside like the whole gaming region. You know, BlizzCon has been a thing for fucking a millennia now. It's been around since like the early 2000s. It's one of like the earliest like gaming conventions like for a company that it's been around for. And BlizzCon's like, you know, it's very big. And you know, every single year, people who like, you know, not even just play Blizzard games. Because even me, myself, I played a lot of Blizzard games throughout the years. Not so much right now at this present time, but even I still look forward to it, and I like to talk about it, and I like to go over, like, you know, what's happened through each games, like, that they've talked about, and, like, what's going on, everything. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a little bit of overview, giving my opinions on everything, of what I think of everything that's kind of been announced in each game. Obviously, some games I have a little bit more experience with than others, so I have asked other people's opinions. I have watched the videos on mostly WoW. WoW's mainly the one that I haven't really like delved into all that much. I have played like WoW here and there, and when I say here and there, I mean like I've started like a WoW character, played a little bit of it, but not really gotten like into it all that much. So yeah, we're still going to talk about it though. So yeah, obviously the big IPs from Blizzard, WoW, Overwatch 2, and Diablo 4 are the three big ones. StarCraft is obviously still a massive IP for Blizzard, and there's no signs of StarCraft 3 anywhere. I don't know if that'll ever fucking happen, let's be honest. I mean, StarCraft 2 is like, it's got a very big dedicated fan base, but I don't really think that Blizzard cares too much about it, at least from what I see of it. Or, you know, it just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. So, you know, there's no StarCraft 3 with that. First off, we're going to talk about WoW. I think you know, it's fitting to start off with World of Warcraft, because it's, you know, it's to me, it's personally, it's when I think of Blizzard, I think of WoW. You know, it's not their oldest. Well, actually, Warcraft would probably have to be their oldest IP. Not WoW itself. Obviously, WoW came around in like what, 2006 or something like that. But Warcraft itself was around. I think Warcraft was before Diablo. I'm pretty sure. I think because Diablo like was what, 99 or some shit like that was the first Diablo when it came out, and Warcraft was before that. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, Warcraft would have to be the oldest IP. When it comes to WoW Classic, because obviously we have Retail WoW and WoW Classic. A lot of people were hoping for Classic Plus. Now, obviously, I've tried to do my research on what Classic Plus essentially is. And from what I've garnered, and please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm absolutely fine if I'm wrong. But it's just more that people just want like vanilla WoW back, like classic WoW, you know, OG WoW, but like it improved instead of just grabbing what was from back in 2006, like they originally did with WoW Classic, and then just your vanilla WoW, whatever it was called when it first came out, just taking that and then just adding it and not really improving everything, just kind of doing like a bit of a copy and paste, where people just want, you know, WoW Classic Plus, where it's just, you know, it's WoW Classic, but with like heaps of more improvements made to it. But instead, it wasn't really announced. There is some speculation that there's certain things that have been added into Classic that are kind of considering it WoW Classic, but it's not really, at least from what I've garnered, because I watch a lot of Asmongold. So just from him and his community, from what I've seen so far, it's not exactly what people actually really wanted out of that. And obviously with Classic, they announced Cataclysm, which is really no surprise all that much, but it's just more of a question of where does Classic go from here? Because after Cataclysm, even I myself know that it's a bit downhill from here. There's, you know, some people, Cataclysm is where like WoW people started to like, you know, Wrath of the Lich King, everyone fucking loved that. It's arguably the best expansion from WoW, and even all the expansions before that, people love them too. But Cataclysm, people are a bit like, yeah, some people like it, some people don't. Same with Mists of Pandaria. That I'm pretty sure like tears the fan base in half of who likes it and who doesn't. And then after that, it's just fucking downhill. Legit, after Mists of Pandaria, shit just went fucking downhill from there. Like Retail WoW has just been like so bad ever since like Mists of Pandaria was like the start of it, and then ever since after that, I didn't even know what the expansion was after Mists of Pandaria. Like I know all the expansions before that, but after Mists of Pandaria, I've got no fucking clue. But it's just downhill from there. So I don't really know where they go from Classic from here on. Like, I don't know if going to Mists of Pandaria would be a good thing, or just capping it at Cataclysm, and then they just kind of just go, well, we don't know what to do from here, let's just reset everything. So that's about it from Classic. Obviously, like I said, there's not really much more to talk about besides that. Retail WoW is is where it's fucking at right now, and has gotten a lot of fucking news. They've probably, to me, they've gotten like the most like wow, like big shocking news. I mean, Overwatch 2 has gotten a lot, but I think that WoW has gotten like it's probably the most to talk about, at least retail. Like there's a lot to it. So first off, they announced a new, not just one new expansion, but 3 new expansions that are coming up, and they're making it like a saga. Now, from what I've heard as well, is that Final Fantasy have done this, where it's not just, you know, they put out one expansion, it's just a story told over one expansion. It's one story, a massive story being told over 3 different expansions. It's called the World Soul Saga. The first expansion for this is going to be the War Within. After that's Midnight, and then the Last Titan. They're not really, like, haven't really confirmed. I think War Within, they did confirm like the release date, that it's going to be obviously sometime next year. I don't know if they have put out an exact release date for it. Obviously Midnight and the Last Titan, no release dates on them right here, and they can't show anything. I did watch the War Within teaser trailer. It looks fucking awesome. I do love the whole trolling that the BlizzCon or the WoW developers have done, and BlizzCon in general, with Asmongold about the interview, and you know, when he asks him about the sword that's being stuck into the planet of Azeroth, and the director goes, "What sword?" And then they're just trolling the fuck out of him. The director came out with a t-shirt on that said "What sword" on it. It was fucking hilarious. I thought that was really, really funny. The only thing that people are getting in an uproar about this is that, and I think it's 100% fair enough that people are getting pissed off with this. So obviously, first off, good news comes out that the expansions, and it looks promising. But then people started looking at the different editions that are coming to the War Within that you buy for it. So not only are these different editions fucking expensive. Now in America, they're obviously cheaper. Here in Australia, they're fucking expensive as fuck. Base edition, $75. Heroic edition, $105. And in the Epic edition, which is the edition that's been causing the most uproar, is $135 Australian dollars. And in US, it's like $90. Not only is that edition of the expansion really fucking expensive, but it's also putting a pay-to-win system in it. And the way that they have is that when you buy that edition, you are getting the expansion 3 days earlier than everyone else. Now, in a single-player game, it's fine, absolutely fine, to get a game 3 days earlier if you pay a little bit more. I think it's still kind of a bit bullshit, and, you know, they're just trying to cap and just trying to, you know, make as much money, which is kind of fair enough. You know, people willing to buy it, fuck them. But WoW is a competitive MMO. You know, a lot of people play it, and a lot of people play it to, you know, try to level up as quick as possible, get the best gear, play PvP, and that's what you're going to be able to do. In 3 days, you are going to be so much higher level than everyone else who doesn't get the expansion that 3 days earlier. And it is essentially a pay-to-win system. Like, that's literally what it is. Getting the game, getting a competitive game, a multiplayer game, especially where there's PvP involved one way or another, where a lot of people play it or not, it is still a pay-to-win system, because you are going to be able to level up a lot quicker than everyone else will be. Because 3 days, especially in WoW, especially because of how fucking, you know, like dedicated the WoW fan base is. Those fucking people, like, you know, WoW people who play WoW are infamous for, like, sitting behind their computer for 12 plus hours a day, sitting there doing nothing but playing fucking WoW. And you know that those 3 days are going to mean so much to the WoW community. So I understand why so many people have been pissed off with this. One of my best mates, one of the boys that I play games with, Cam, all the time, his brother is a massive WoW, has been playing WoW since it first released. So I asked, you know, him about that, and even he said that it's absolute bullshit. He just thinks that's like, you know, $135, you know, essentially a pay-to-win system is fucking bullshit, and everyone in the WoW community hates that so much. There was obviously a new class that has been announced. I think it was called a Delve. It's another dwarf class. People are like, oh yeah, like there's already like 2-3 dwarves in WoW anyways. Like, couldn't they think of something else besides another fucking dwarf class? Which I think is kind of fair enough. Like, add someone else, add something different. I don't know. It's fucking WoW. It's a fantasy game. I'm pretty sure that you could fit something into the lore, into there. One thing that I think is like probably the best, at least from an outsider's perspective, and I did see that a lot of people, especially like Asmon, he was really hyped up, and McConnell as well, because he was in the stream with Asmon, really like this, is that they're putting Ascension classes into WoW. And as me, who's a massive Path of Exile fan, Ascension classes are fucking amazing because they just add diversity to your classes. They add for like replayability as well, for you not to just want to play like say in I haven't played Path of Exile in ages, but say you want to play one class, say you want to play the Witch, you play the Witch one time, and say if there was no Ascension classes, you play the Witch one time, and it's just like, well, I've kind of played it once, there's no point in playing it. But with the Ascension classes, it's like, I can play an Elementalist this time around. Oh, I've already played an Elementalist, now I'm going to play a Necromancer. It just adds, like, it gives you more reason to play the same hero, but differently. And there is so many different Ascension classes to them. Obviously, you know, it's really good to add 3 Ascension classes to each. Obviously, for some reason, the Druid has 4. I'm not 100% sure why they are the only one with 4. Maybe there's a reason why the Druid has 4, if you know exactly why. Or is that just like Wildstalker Druid of the Claw? I don't know. Maybe that's just actually one class and they just had to add it 2 lines. I think that's actually what it is. Yeah, I think it's just 2 classes. Or it could be 4. Demon Hunter's only got 2 as well. Maybe they'll add more, add another one to that. But it's really good to see. Ascension classes are amazing. Like I said, I'm a massive Path of Exile fan. And Ascension classes make the game so much more fun, and replayability, and just diverse in classes as well. Where, like, you know, say I'm playing a Hunter and you're playing a Hunter, but I'm playing Sentinel and then you're playing a Dark Ranger. Like, it just makes this like so much more different, and it makes your character more unique to you than it already is. Obviously, there's going to be meta. There's meta in Path of Exile. There's going to be meta in WoW. So obviously, you know, if someone builds like an Evoker Ruby Adept, there's going to be, you know, tons of people are going to find the meta, and then everyone's just going to kind of play the similar classes, but obviously a lot of people play differently. But it, like I said, it just adds more diversity, and it's really good to see from that. But that's it from WoW. WoW seems to be... Chris Metzen is also back as well in WoW, which is really good in terms of like the creative direction that it's going in. Because from what I've seen and from what I've heard, a lot of people fucking hated the direction, at least the creative direction that WoW is going in. Like I said, the last few expansions, I think besides the last one that just came out, some people like actually don't mind it. But majority of the expansions that have come out, especially since Mists of Pandaria, have been fucking terrible. Battle of Azeroth, that is like infamously bad. Like the whole entire WoW community, even me, I don't really play WoW, but I still know that that is a terrible fucking expansion. But it's good to see Chris Metzen, who's actually back. He's one, if you don't know who he is, he's one of the original creators of World of Warcraft. He was there from the fucking beginning, and then he left, and now it's good to see him back. So hopefully, it seems like, you know what, from these 3 expansions, besides the pay-to-win system, which is fucking bullshit, but you know what, it's fucking Blizzard. Like, what do you expect from Blizzard Activision? What do you expect from them? But like, the World Sold Saga and the hero specs, like adding Ascension classes, is really good to see. And honestly, it seems like it's going in a relatively good direction for once. Like, it actually seems like, but you know what, it is WoW. You can't keep your hopes up too much. Like, it seems good, but I think if you're watching this and you're a massive WoW fan, just hold off. Just hold off a little bit. Just wait. Just wait for it to come out, and then, yeah. But it seems like everyone's just, like, excited, but they're not trying to get too excited. Obviously, next game that we'll be talking about is Overwatch 2. I played Overwatch 2 when it first came out. I stopped fucking playing it because the rank system was trash. They got rid of PvE, and the game was just boring as fuck. Now, they are adding, first off, they are adding a new hero. He does seem pretty cool. Malga, I think that's how you pronounce it. I probably butchered the name if I did. Oh, fucking well. He seems pretty sick. New tank class. I really like his ult as well. What I've also seen is that people are saying he's a bit of a love child between Maori from Moana and the Heavy from TF2, which is 100%. He's this big islander dude with like 2 fucking machine guns. Like, he's literally just a love child of the Heavy from TF2 and fucking Maui. How do you say his name? The one from Moana. I probably even didn't write him. Is it Maori? No. Fuck. Can't remember his fucking name. The guy, Dwayne Johnson, the Rock players. Fuck, I can't remember his name. I think I butchered it too. But yeah, but he seems really cool. They've also showed off a couple of the new characters that are coming out in the future. There was like 2 other ones as well. They look kind of decent. The support character looks pretty cool. I was definitely more of a support person when I played Overwatch. I definitely liked playing support a lot more than DPS. I was not a fan of DPS. I like playing tank a little bit, but I definitely like support the most. But they have one thing that was massive that came for Overwatch 2 is that they are completely fucking changing the rank system. Let's give it a round of applause for fucking Blizzard. Thank God. Thank fucking God, bro. The ranked system in Overwatch 2 was fucking bullshit. It was so... Like, why could you not see your progress until you either won 5 games or lost 15? Like, it was just so fucking stupid. They are finally adding a proper ranked system where you get to see your progress after every single game. Now, they've also, at the bottom here, they've shown advantage, streak, and calibration. From what I garnered, it's more of like if you actually get on a streak, you earn more, like, not SR, it's more just rank, like, percentage progression, because they're not calling it SR. They even said that they feel like the SR system just was trash. I mean, every other fucking game does it, but okay. Like SR, LP, you know, every other fucking game does it. Why can't you? But you know, this is definitely an upgrade from the previous system, because like I said, the previous system was just fucking dog shit. Like, why can't I see my rank progress after every fucking game? Like, every other game has that. I hop into Apex, I win a game, I go up. I lose a game, I go down. I see it. I literally see it in front of my face after every game. Why wasn't it in Overwatch 2? So thank God that it fucking is. They're also completely resetting ranks, which is fair enough, because if you're kind of like rehashing the rank system, and like their rank system is pretty trash, like really, really fucking trash. So they're completely rehashing it, which just completely resetting it, which is fine. Is 100% fine. They're obviously doing still placements. Placements are fine. I don't see anything wrong with doing placements. They're doing like a little bit of a predicted rank as well, which is kind of cool. But it kind of means it's just like your predicted rank is probably just going to be where your actual rank is. Obviously, unless you lose all your fucking games. But thank God that the system's completely changing. They're also doing like competitive, like your rewards as well. They're completely like scrapping that whole reward screen as well, and it's just showing like at the bottom, shows how many wins you got. So it just looks much more cleaner than it previously did. Then it was just a whole junk of a mess. They're also adding emerald weapons as well, which look really fucking cool. They look extremely clean, and it gives you more of a reason to like want to grind ranked as well than just like, you know, because everyone's got the fucking gold weapons now. Like if you're a diehard Overwatch fan and you've just constantly played Overwatch, you have the emerald weapons now. They're also adding a new PvP mode, which is Clash. It's essentially, it's like that. I'm pretty sure the same mode from that is in TF2. It's just like there's 5 points. You already have 2 points. The enemy already has 2 points, and there's a vacant one in the middle. Once you cap that one, you just keep pushing until like one team caps all 5. It's literally just a system from fucking TF2, so it just seems that, you know, they're just running out of fucking ideas at this point, because the mode that was, you know, the mode that was introduced when Overwatch 2 first came out, which was the one where you push the fucking robot, a lot of people fucking hate that mode. I didn't mind it all that much, but a lot of people, like the general consensus from the whole entire Overwatch 2 community, like majority of people don't like it. I didn't mind it that much, but I can understand why a lot of people didn't like it. Now, obviously, there was a lot of talks about like that they were changing the competitive scene of Overwatch 2 in terms of like ranks and stuff like that. And one thing that I think that would be really good. Now, this is just me personally. So if you don't like it, that's fair enough. But this is just me personally. You know, I've played a lot of different competitive games, and when it comes to like hero shooters, especially one like this, they have so many heroes now that, you know, they've got, what is it? I think it's 35 heroes at this point, which is a decent amount. It's a big roster, especially from the initial, like when the game first came out back in 2016, they had like what, 10 or something like that. So to have like, you know, an extra 25 added since 2016, it is a lot. Now, obviously, they don't have as many as like a game like League of Legends does, which has like what, 120, 130 fucking heroes in that game. I still think that Overwatch would benefit from a ban system. You know, I don't think that banning like, you know, 5 each side, that would be way too much. Because then you're essentially banning like what would that be, like 25% of the roster, or even more. Actually, you know, cutting the roster from like 35 down to 25, especially when tanks and supports don't really have that many like heroes to begin with. DPS, there's just like too fucking many, but that's like Overwatch's fault because of how they initially thought the game would go when it was initially released. But I think it would still benefit from a ban system. Now, the way that I've pictured it in my fucking brain, in this little noggin here, I base it a bit off Siege, because Siege, I played a lot of Siege recently. They have a lot of fucking operators, especially on each side. I think that the best way to do it would be that, like, you know, one team bans one tank, one DPS. The other team bans one support, one DPS. I just think that would be really good. And it would just change things up a little bit and would get rid of meta, especially in like Pro League Overwatch, because Pro League Overwatch would have to be one of the most boring Pro Leagues to watch, because every team just runs the same fucking shit. Like, every team runs the same tanks, the same DPS, and the same fucking support. It gets so boring to watch because it's just the same shit over and over. So I just think that it would benefit the competitive scene and also the pro scene as well, because it would just shake things up a little bit. I also think that, like, I mean, it's kind of iffy because, like, Overwatch has always been where you can change your heroes mid-round, but locking heroes probably maybe wouldn't be a bad idea, maybe to test. I think a ban system would be really good, but maybe, like, locking heroes, at least for the round, not for, like, the whole entire match. Like, say, you know, the controller point, you know, if there's, you know, 3 rounds, like, you know, you pick it on 1 round. I just think it would be kind of cool, you know, maybe to test it, see how it would go. Maybe they have tested it and they don't like it. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea just to see how it would go, just to shake things up, because Overwatch 2 is boring. Like, it honestly is. Overwatch 2 ranked and just casual is really, really fucking boring. But it's good to see that they've changed the way that competitive, like, overview and the way that you rank up. It's honestly good to see that. But that was basically it from Overwatch 2. They added a new map as well. And then obviously the last game that we're going to talk about, not much to talk about, to be honest, because like, they can't show anything at this point. I did watch the teaser and it's like somewhat of a teaser. It's not like big blah, you know, like the is Diablo 4's first ever expansion, which is coming late next year. So got a long way to go, probably released in somewhere in a year's time. It's called Vessel of Hatred, and it's basically just continuing the story from where we left off, where can't remember that chick's name, but she, like, was basically running away with like Mephisto's soul in, like, a soul stone. And, you know, it's going to continue, and it's going to actually, you know, go around, you know, be based around Mephisto, which is really good. Man, I have so many mixed feelings about Diablo 4. Like, I so much enjoyed the story. The campaign of Diablo 4 was so fun and so good. Well, not like extremely good, but it was still fun. I thought it was a decent story. But the end game is just trash. Like, there was so, especially at the start when Diablo 4 like was first coming around, like in the first couple months, there was so many people like just trying to hold on, saying, no, Diablo 4 gets so good. No, trust me, the end game's good. But it's really not. And a lot of people started coming around and being like, you know what, Diablo 4's end game is fucking trash. And even the last like seasonal update, the last couple seasons have just been really bad. Like, nothing really added to the game that has been like extramental, like really big or really fun to like actually want me to get back into the game and actually want me to level up and try to get to level 100. Like, I just feel like there's no actual real point. But Vessel of Hatred, I mean, it seems really good. They are also announcing, they haven't said exactly what it is, but they have let us know that they are bringing a new class that has never been seen in the Diablo-verse before. So a brand new class. I remember a couple people have said it might be like a witch doctor, which it sounds really cool and would be extremely cool to have into the game. I'd be really intrigued. I can't wait for like more info to come out on it. I'm definitely not going to pre-order it. I'm going to wait to hear like the reception of Vessel of Hatred and then like make a decision of whether or not I want to buy the expansion or not. Like, I think that's just, you know, it's fair enough when it comes to Diablo 4. Like, honestly, I don't regret buying the game because, you know, me getting into Diablo 4 is what got me into Path of Exile, and I fucking love Path of Exile. I haven't played it in a bit. I'm taking a little bit of a break from it because I kind of I ran that game into the fucking ground, bro. I played the fuck out of Path of Exile for like 4 months straight. like halfway through Crucible and then like halfway through the current fuck, I can't even remember what the current season is. And I played up for like the first like month or two of the latest expansion. I got up to like what, level 94 or some shit like that, level 95 in like a month, so something like that. And I'm just like, yeah, I ran that game into the ground, so I needed a break from it. But yeah, I'm really intrigued to see Vessel of Hatred. It looks like it's based in I can't remember what it's one of the one of the sections from Diablo 2 we're revisiting. It looks like it's basically like a foresty South American kind of environment. It looks really cool. Like the teaser for it, not really much shown, but I want it to be good. I honestly, you know what? We all shit on Blizzard so much these days, and you know what? A lot of it's fucking deserved. Like, it really is, because they are so fucking scummy, and a lot of their titles these days have just been really underwhelming and really shit. I really want, like, Blizzard to do well. Even games I don't play, I want to see WoW do good. I honestly fucking do. Like as a gamer, as someone who's a passionate gamer, which is why I'm still talking about this stuff, even though I don't play WoW, I still want to talk about it because I still want it to do good. I actually want to see games go in a really good direction, especially for a company like Blizzard. Like, they have been around for so long. Like, in the 2000s, like, Blizzard never took an L. Blizzard in the 2000s was just a walking fucking W. Like, legit. Like, Diablo 2, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, like, StarCraft as well. And in 2010s, I mean, it was like a bit touch and go. You know, you had Diablo 3, which a lot of people didn't like. Some people did like it. You know, it had its release issues as well with the whole always online shit. You know, now it's fine when it comes to always online because servers are so much better. But back then it was a piece of shit. And, you know, Overwatch came out of fucking left field, but was an incredible IP, but then just got really bad, and Overwatch 2 now is fucking terrible. But yeah, that's a summary from the whole entire BlizzCon. We didn't get any announcements of new IPs, which is kind of shattering. You know, would have loved to see Blizzard pull something out of fucking left field and be like, "Hey guys, guess what? We're making a city sim game." Could you imagine? Blizzard just comes out and says like, "Yeah, we're building a building sim game." Yeah, totally. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I want Blizzard to do well. I really want all these games to do well because I'm a passionate gamer. I love fucking playing video games, and I want everything to do well. I honestly fucking do. That's 100% true. That's no lies right there. I want all these games to do well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about BlizzCon altogether. Especially if you're specific on one game. What did you think of like all the announcements for WoW Classic, Retail WoW? What did you think of like the changes for Overwatch Rank 2? Do you have any like, you know, are you already thinking about pre-ordering the Diablo 4 expansion, or you're like me, you're just gonna hold out on it because you can't trust Blizzard these days, even though you really want to? So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all the news that was announced on BlizzCon. If I missed anything, please let me know as well. I'll definitely like your comment and shit like that. So yeah, that's it from me. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out.